Greetings and salutations and welcome to that Inventor video. Today we're going to look at the presentation environment and kind of what it's about and what's the kind of point of it, because if you don't require to if you don't really make any presentations or you have to do any different views, then you may not ever come or ever need to use it, especially if you're only a 3D. Especially if you're only on the 3D side, you generally go to parts and assembly, you might go into drawings, but presentation, it's kind of pretty useful. It's a little bit specialist in that if you don't need any exploded views, then you don't really need to care about it. But otherwise, let's get into it. So you see, there we go, so yeah, I'll just go like Ferris wheel assembly. I made it a while ago. This is my standard test file. So you can see, loads of components, sub-assemblies. Yes, I need to resolve a lot of the actual constraints because I changed that bar there, which has affected all of them. But yeah, and so you can see I've got test IPN. And then we've got the main actual presentation environment. And so what you see now is you've got a couple more things pop up. You've got your views and you've got your storyboard panel. This is generally going to be your key parts, and whilst it's only going to be an introduction, I might do a bigger one in the future. This is where the kind of whole thing, you kind of think it's like a video editing, so this is your whole timeline and you can adjust everything. And so you see here you've got your actual just environment, you can spin everything around. And so yeah, so let's get actually into it. So you notice what we've actually got here is we've got new storyboard, new snapshot view, tweak components, capture camera, and create drawing view. Most of what we're going to rely on today is tweaks and create drawing views, but you know, if you want to do multiple things and multiple storyboards because you want to show multiple different explosions views, or you want to deep dive into certain other components, because obviously you might start at the overall and keep diving down to each of the sub-assemblies, then that's a good use for new storyboards. And you got all used to do tools, environments, and renders. Right, so first, if we just go to a bit of a 45. Okay, right. So what we can do is, if we click tweak, we can now select stuff. Now, if the issue is now we're currently on part priority, but if you go to component, you can now select component, tweak, and you see we get a little triad. And this triad just tells you where you're moving it, and so if we just move it to the left, we can slide it over, and then you can just click tick. And now what you see here is now on the timeline is that whole movement track. So if you can just scrub along with it, it'll actually just kind of animate it for you. And if you drag, you can drag and make it shorter, so make it now 2 seconds, so now it's even faster. And you can add trails, which we can do with the next one. So if we now zoom out a bit, and we then go to tweak components, and we then just press shift. If you hold shift, you can just select all of these all at once, and if you press shift on while they're already selected, it unselects them, and then you can just drag them out all at once. Now what you can now do is you can also select trails, so you can say all components, all parts, or a single one. I'm just going to go for all parts. You do get little view, selection priority, so you can select parts, which are the individual bodies, and then you get components, which you can more think as like sub-assemblies. Like that bracket there's a sub-assembly made of multiple parts, and we just click tick. And I think for the last one we could probably do here is if we just do this, and we can then just scroll that out and click tick. As now, what you can now see here now is that as we scroll across, and we just go right to 0, press play, and you see it now it's all animates, and you can do this for a full extent. It's super cool. And now that, if we go all the way out to the end here, and say we pick that view, so we go for that view. What we can now then do is we can create a drawing view. You must save the part assembly presentation doc for place in the view. Save it, yes. And we're just going to call this test 2. Click save. And let's go bring up the drawing template. So you just click standard DWG, no snapshot view, just click OK. And now when we just pan around to the side, you can now see the exploded view we made, and it's like a standard drawing file. So you can just drag it out, set your scale, label your views, all of that, and you can just click OK. And there you are. That's pretty much an exploded view. And you could do this, you could do like isometric exploded drawing. So yeah, you got loads and loads of options here. And then you could also add all your labels. But yeah, that's the kind of beauty of the presentation environment. It's super cool. It allows you to get some animations. You can even render it out. It can take a bit of a while. And yeah, and I think the only other thing is, so yeah, you can also look at the whole timeline and you can actually drag it all up and you can scroll stuff across. But I think that is everything. Thank you for listening and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.